Hello there, I'm Ming T. Welcome to Reptv. In this episode, 4 DMC students along with a lecturer embark on a journey to Colombo, Sri Lanka to work on a documentary which illustrates the effectiveness of RP's teaching pedagogy. The 8-minute documentary, in collaboration with Temasek Foundation, shows how Sri Lankan trainers were empowered with new skills and knowledge. The 5-day filming trip was definitely a fruitful experience for the students. Here is their fruit of labour.
For 2 weeks during the term break in June, 4 students from the Diploma of Mass Communication got an opportunity to visit Sri Lanka for 5 days to produce a documentary. The documentary was in collaboration with Temasek Foundation. The task was to film the many programs that Temasek Foundation has developed in Asia. Amongst them was the program to help develop Sri Lanka's vocational education. Sri Lanka is a land with rich culture and history. Known to have experienced civil wars for 26 years, now it is experiencing a boom in many aspects of development. On day 1, the journey to Galle was a long 2-hour car ride from the city south of Colombo. It was lined with beaches straight out of a postcard and colonial buildings which remind tourists of its rich history.
I'm standing here at the Galle Fort, which was built by the Portuguese in the 1500s, which was later taken over by the Dutch and then the English. It's about 14 meters high, equivalent to a 5-story HDB block overlooking the vast Indian Ocean. Today, it is a World Heritage Site and a popular tourist destination.
Just 15 minutes away south of Galle is the Handu Nugoda Tea Factory. Apart from tea, the plantation also grows tea, rubber, cinnamon, pepper and coconut. The tea factory is a living and working museum with machines that are still operating smoothly after 150 years.
Sri Lanka is famous for its tea, and here at the Handung Nagoda Tea Factory, we had the opportunity to try 29 varieties of tea. Out of the 29, the virgin white tea is the most famous. This is because the tea has 11% antioxidants. So keep calm and drink tea.
On day 2, the team visited the area where the tsunami struck in 2004.
A tsunami waves in 2004 hit a train that was travelling in this direction, right here where I'm standing. More than 1,000 people died, except for 3 who managed to climb a coconut tree. This monument was built to remember them with their bodies buried underground.
After 2 days of sightseeing in the countryside of Sri Lanka, the real work began on day 3 at the Vocational Training Authority, or VTA. In VTA, students also adopt the problem-based learning, or PBL method, just like us students in RP. This is one of the many programs that Temasek Foundation has developed in Sri Lanka.
This is our 4th day in Sri Lanka. The past 2 days, we have spent our time here at the Vocational Training Authority, where the students have adopted the PBL way of learning just like us in Singapore. They are given a problem in the day, where they were tasked to solve the problem by the end of their lesson.
The experience has been great so far because we've had a great opportunity to work with a prestigious company like Temasek Foundation, and it's a really an eye-opening experience because I've learned that actually the Sri Lankans adopt the PBL pedagogy just like we in the students of Republic Polytechnic use, and the Sri Lanka's culture is also very rich and they're also very friendly.
It's a wonderful opportunity for these students and myself to actually expose ourselves to the industry, and it will mean a lot to our experience basically.
On the last day, the team got the time to explore more in Colombo and have fun after a hard day's work filming at VTA. The team got to meet different kinds of people and also a visit to one of Sri Lanka's oldest radio broadcasting station. The team also got a chance to go live on air.
Got some guests with us today. They'd like to say hello on air.
Hello, what's up Sri Lanka?
We are from Singapore.
It was certainly a trip of a lifetime for the team.
We are all very thankful for this opportunity from Temasek Foundation, and we've had a lot of fun thanks to Ms. Diana and also Ms. Emilia, and we really hope that this opportunity opens up many more opportunities in the future for generations after us. We hope RP students also get the opportunity to do something like that in the future. Thank you.
It has been an intense 3 weeks for students taking the module Development Journalism, as they were tasked to work with local social enterprises to produce a 4-minute news package addressing the different types of social issues in Singapore. Besides story crafting, students were required to conduct interviews with various stakeholders, handle camera work and video edit their story. Here is one of the stories that won the hearts of many.
"22-year-old Hitesh Ramchandani represents the nation in football, is a regular at the gym, and on top of that, he gives motivational talks. But many do not know that Hitesh has cerebral palsy and has gone through a lot to come to where he is today.
It was a lot harder, I had a lot of obstacles socially and academically. And daily life also, I had to face different type of challenges. But I took every challenge in a positive manner. Because a challenge is meant to make you stronger, not to break you.
Once a victim of bullying back in school, Hitesh also had to contend with the challenges that his disability put him through. His source of strength came from his loved ones.
My parents are like my God, because they taught me how to be determined, disciplined, and see everything in a positive manner. If my parents weren't with me, I would probably still be on a wheelchair and my condition would never have improved. Because I knew God had a better future plan for me. And I tried to focus more on my visions and goals.
A business graduate from the Singapore Institute of Management, Hitesh is soon to begin a degree in sports science. He has never viewed himself as being disabled, preferring instead to view everyone as equals worthy of the same opportunities. One such person who shares that view is Vincent Su from Positive Synergy, a company that aims to empower individuals like Hitesh to make a change in society.
We need more people like us, to really come out to the society and provide them with a platform in terms of whether be in engaging them with a job or whether to help them in terms of their other areas like the social interaction with others. And to me, is to give them a life. I think they need also in terms of they need friends as well. And they need to explore to in terms of exposure to the society. They don't want to interact with others. That's a sad thing. To me, I think it's more on the giving back to the society.
Although there is a gap between people like Hitesh and the rest of society, Singaporeans are slowly opening up towards the disabled.
So I think disabled people, they have their own speciality and own interests and talents, so they can excel in their own firm.
My cousin is actually quite disabled. He cannot walk, but then he's actually doing well in his studies and all.
They shouldn't let their disability limit them. In fact, in our own company, there's this guy who's lost a leg, but he's going about doing normal daily activities. So everybody doesn't see him as a disabled, but see him as a normal working colleague.
They actually have their own specialized and unique talent of themselves, which sometimes even us as normal people can't achieve. That's what I think. So I think they are more capable than us actually.
For Hitesh, he is not bothered by other people's perceptions of him, choosing instead to look past his own disabilities.
I never considered myself disabled, so it doesn't really matter how other people see me. What matters is how I see myself. That's more essential.
While Hitesh might be one of the few people with cerebral palsy who have grasped ample opportunities for professional and personal growth, he's a perfect example of how mental strength overcomes physical disabilities.
Finally, in this episode of Reflections With, we managed to get an exclusive interview with one of Singapore's most successful entrepreneurs, Dato Dr Jannie. Dato Dr Jannie, who owns the first luxury watch boutique in Singapore, the Hourglass, shares with us her journey to success.
In this episode of Reflections With, we sat down with one of the region's most successful women, Dato Dr Jannie Chan. Dr Jannie Chan is the founder of this, Singapore's very first luxury watch boutique. The first boutique was opened 35 years ago, back in 1979. Dr Jannie Chan has won many praises and accolades across the globe. She knows what it means to be successful and how to achieve it. Hello, Dr. Chan. Thank you for joining us on Reflections with. Now let's talk about your success and your journey throughout. And you're the founder of the Hourglass, which is Singapore's very first luxury watch boutique. And you continuously remain to be one of the most successful businesswomen, not just locally but throughout Asia and beyond. Can you define, can you tell us what drives your success?
I take success to be the person and not about the business. Business is motivated and driven by bottom line, especially when you are a public company. My definition of success is if I can only be successful if I'm a good mother and a grandmother and a daughter to my mother. It's more a relationship and more the fulfillment of who I am as a person. On the business side, it's a different thing. Business is motivated and driven by bottom line, especially when you are a public company. Success in that sense, most of the people in business will look at what is your capitalization, how much profits you make. And today, especially when the world is so turbulent, one day you may have your country, the next day you don't. One day you may have been in a plane and the next day is lost. And these are just very recent occurrences that have to jot us and to revalue who we are, what we are, in terms of success.
Okay, so we're talking about your first company, the Hourglass, and back then the concept of like a local luxury retailer was relatively new. So did you face any problems back then?
Okay, well, first of all, I'm a woman. I'm a young kid on the block, but when there's obstacles, there are opportunities. What happened was the concept at that time, and this is where it's relevant even to today, you have to look at a concept that is differentiated from the rest of your competitors. Trying to find out what it takes that the customers want. Because of our unique shop, air-conditioned, majority of our Singaporeans, even my friends, say, look, Jenny, I'm not coming to your shop because it's too upmarket for me. So, but what do we attract? Royalties, high net worth individuals who came to want to see what we have because we are different.
And finally, what advice would you have for our generation? Is there space for us to dream, to go out there and dream big?
Everyone has a chance if you want to dream. If you are passionate, you dream, you get one product, one customer, you start from there. Don't dream of, oh, suddenly I can do this and I can do that. You can't. If you don't even have learned how to do the one thing and make it successful. Because every day we make mistakes. We have a lot of weaknesses. And it's actually overcoming this to make my time within my 24 hours fulfilling. That is your daily success. And your daily success will become your future success.
That concludes this episode of Reptv. I'm Ming Qi. Thank you for watching.